time to do our morning show.
Uncle, how this will go.
Come and watch two guys grow old. These are the days.
If we get a YouTube feed,
We'll just stream on D-Live then. Mr. We could use a man like Donald Trump again. I live in a redneck state.
everybody here's irate.
Man, this intro sure sounds great.
These
are the days. Yeah. Hey, welcome to the Boomer Bunker. How you doing there, Mr. John?
You know what? It's Tuesday and I have a Monday feel. Like I'm just not. I'm aggravated today. Everything just aggravates the crap out of me, and I got to think. I got to talk about it. I think that's one of the reasons why we started this.
So everything's a laxative.
Pretty much right now, yeah, everything's a laxative. I'm sick of the news. I'm sick of what our president, this wuss bag of a president, is doing. Ugh. I don't know. Maybe it's doing this show every day is getting to me. I like it. I like doing it.
It does kind of make you hunt for things to talk about.
Yeah.
And while, I do, like everybody else, I'm sure, get a little bored and tired of the politics and talking about the same thing every day with like they've been beating the Afghanistan drum now for over a week and COVID's been going on for a year and a half or more and it's like, yeah, I'm tired of talking about it too. I would love to have new stuff to talk about. Not that I want any massive terrorist attack to happen or anything like that, but I mean anything, anything fun. But there isn't anything.
Well, I mean, TikTok has been a hoot.
The other night I binged watched TikTok, and I think I watched all of them.
You think you watch I do. I do the same thing. I get in there, I start swiping, I lose 45 minutes. It's fantastic. I mean, they're short, 1 minute. Now they're 3 minutes. Sometimes 3 minutes a little long. But the 3-minute ones are good for the cooking ones I love. And then you found the Bill Burr of cooking TikTok.
Yeah. Doesn't look anything like him, but he sounds like him.
He does sound like him. I'll bring that up. And
yeah. Go for it.
I have it here.
Got a little hold music while we wait for John to click around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
There it is.
All right.
John.
Here's the Bill Burr of TikTok. The cooking Bill Burr of TikTok.
This guy's great.
Let's make some fucking fried chicken. In a big fucking bowl. Get your fucking chicken in there. Fill that fucker with buttermilk.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Half a cup of flour. Half a fucking cup of cornstarch. Everything up next is a tablespoon. Salt. Fucking black pepper. The garlic powder. Onion powder. Brown mustard. Chili powder. Cumin. A teaspoon of cayenne. Back to a tablespoon. The paprika. Whisk it all together. Buttermilk chicken. Seasoned cocaine. The secret is to squeeze it on there. There you go. See that? Yeah, squeeze it. Shit, we got a man down. Man down. I like that.
Bowl's broken.
All the way to the birdie boiler. 3 fucking minutes. Check out the merch link in my bio. Straight out of shape, but bitch, I'm trying. Toss them in your favorite sauce and shove it up your fucking ass.
There you go.
That guy's hilarious.
Funny.
I enjoy it, dude. It also like wakes you up after watching it. You're sitting here going through TikToks and you watch some that are like, okay, all right. And then this guy comes on, thank you fucking chicken. And like, whoa, wake up.
Get the yard bird. Now get a couple of pimp eggs. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's screaming. I gotta tell you, it looks good. And I love the t-shirt.
He has an entire library. He's like, if you go to his channel, I didn't catch what his name was, but
yeah,
pretty good stuff though.
He's got that straight cut off ZZ Top beard kind of thing going.
Yeah,
from the 80s.
Envious. Yeah,
he's got a look. You can tell he's from Boston. He's got that Boston accent. Park the car.
I wonder if that's his normal voice.
Oh,
I wonder if he just talks to everybody like if he goes through a drive-through
No, it's
You
I
know?
don't think he screams at it. You think he goes to drive? I want 3 Big Macs, a couple fries.
Yeah, give me a fucking number one. Supersize that shit. Diet fucking Coke.
I want the Coke.
So yeah, I mean, short of TikTok, but I mean,
Well-
even there, there's a lot of politics there too. It's I scroll. I don't know about you, but I scroll. Anybody doing a dance, I'm out. See you next. And if it's a commercial, if I see sponsored, like the ones that are like, did you know if you have a house, it's worth $330,000 or more? But
I'm going to tell you something right now, Bob, about the dancing ones. It depends on who's dancing. If there's a woman in there that's like in her 40s that got some big fucking
see,
Well,
yeah, I get it.
okay, and they got no bra on, and they're doing something where those things are bouncing up and down, left and right, swinging back and forth. Got to tell you, I'm in. I can't help myself. You know me. I'm a boob man.
All right, we got a input on that guy.
There you go. I would say Jason's probably on
Almy.
point with that.
Almy says, how to make a video if you have no talent or anything funny to say, just yell.
Well, it's working. I mean, and he's cooking too. There's another lady there that she cooks on TikTok, and she's like, you can do it. And then at the end, she says, put this on, because we're fancy. I like her. She does a good job. But one of our main trolls, I think we have to address, I think he's obsessed with me.
Well, he's quiet today because you pointed that out. I think he's
I know.
trying to prove that he's not
But
obsessed with it's reverse psychology, I think.
But he is, because he spends hours taking everything I say and making little audio clips with it.
He does it to me too.
He sent it to you.
I mean, I'm in this clip too.
You're in this clip too. But again, and maybe he says I'm narcissist because it's all about me, but it is all about me. And he calls this well, I don't know what he calls it, but we call it the drip. I'm going to just play it for a second.
I'm not upset. I'm not
Okay.
upset, but it
All right.
physically pains me how cringy the shit is.
Are you drippy?
Drippy,
Drippy?
drippy,
Drippy?
drippy,
Drippy?
drippy.
Never really had that problem, but I do anticipate being more like you when I get older.
Before we got started, Andrew was in the Discord, and he was telling me about this little cartoon thing that he had and how it really looked. It was drippy, 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 drippy. It was. It had its clothes were the drip, 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 or whatever the hell he was talking about. The problem with him is he goes on forever. He makes it way too long. It's like 2 minutes and 4 seconds of drip, 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 and then you're in here. Let me get to where you are. I don't want to cut it off before you get your. And
I don't care.
Crack me up. The drip, the drip, the drip,
The drip,
the drip, the drip,
the drip, the drip.
and
They stole it from Mike Jones.
I don't know. These kids today with their language, it's like they have their own little language there, Bob.
See, Mike Jones used to drip, 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 drip paint when he would switch lanes. He was
Wow.
drip.
There you are. You're in there too.
Yeah, I know.
But
It's cute. He made another one that's in the Discord, but I didn't.
that's in the Discord that I'm not in because I rage quit back when we did Rubberneckers.
Sure. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I'm only in this
I
one.
entertained it for a second, so
No, I'm not in that one.
I'm gonna check it.
Go ahead, check it. I'm
I'm
telling you.
checking.
You check. You check.
What I'm doing.
That's what I said.
I'm
Welcome
on-
to Walmart. Inward.
Hey. That's just rude.
I didn't say it.
Yeah, he's got one here. It says Bob could have said. Tell me if you can hear this or not.
Okay. Go ahead. People can't stand him. I mean,
Can you hear that?
yeah, I could hear that. I mean, everybody's piling on. And
He
you would
said-
think, I'm sorry, go ahead.
He said something like, well, what did you expect? Like, you can't do an evacuation like this and not have problems. Well, he's evacuating goddamn Mexico with no problem, isn't he?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Oh, shut up. See, I thought you were about to take up for Biden right there when I said he's evacuating Mexico. You go, yeah, well. And so that's when I said, oh, shut up. And you thought I was like addressing a comment, and I was not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing with
weird.
yeah, he's not trying to evacuate Mexico. He just is. That's my problem.
Right.
Okay.
Which
Okay,
leads us
now
into the meat and potatoes.
Now can we get political? Because I'm fucking fuming about this bullshit. Like the Taliban is on worldwide radio talk news shows saying, well, if they do not get out, if they don't get out by the 31st, there will be consequences.
Well, they're talking about ISIS now is causing issues.
I'm telling you right now, this is how, if I was President John, this is how I would fix it. I would say, listen, you sheep humping, towel wearing,
Hey,
backwoods.
have some respect.
No, I do not. I'm going to tell you how this is. You knock your shit off. You go back in your hole until we get these people out. Because if you come out and start this nonsense right now, I'm sending in 100,000 troops. 100,000. We're dropping them in, and we're going to take everything back, and then we're going to let you. You guys are going to go back in your hole until we get our people out. All right, and then we're going to leave on our terms. And then you can come back and have this shithole of a desert backwoods freaking country that you own. And then you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. But right now, you are the Taliban. We are the United States of America. If you don't knock your shit off, I'm giving you 24 hours to get out of Kabul and let us go out there and get our people. If you're not out of there within 24 hours, I'm dropping troops in there. We're coming in hot. I mean hot. Guns a-blazing, tanks, planes, all that shit. And we're going to drive you out. So shut your pie hole. Let us get our people out. And then you can have this fucking shithole of a country that you want. And that's how I would handle it. But
yeah, I did a rant last night to the wife. I was like, I don't understand why we're not, doing that muscle flex and saying, hey, we want all of everybody that we want out of there. We're going to get them. All right. Without any problem whatsoever. We so much as get a scratch
on a Humvee,
on anything. Yeah. On a truck, on a helicopter, whatever. You so much as look at us without a smile, and we're going to glass the fucking place.
Well, that would kind of be counterproductive of getting the people out if we kill them all by bombing.
Well, they're going to take them out anyway. So
no, that's not. Now I like my way better. Shut your pie hole. Go back in your goddamn whatever goat hut that you come from, and stay there until I tell you to come out. And then you can have this country. Don't come out here with your guns and say and tell you're going to tell us what to do. Go balk yourself.
It's just a matter of time for Russia and China and everybody else is in there. So
they're not going to come. China and Russia aren't going to come.
They're not to fight.
We look like sissies. We look like sissies to the world.
Speak for yourself. You're the one wearing that hat.
I'm just playing. Super Bowl champions, Super Bowl 52.
Yeah, okay.
Eagles. You want me to sing the fight song? I'll do it.
Yeah. What's your position on dog fighting?
I'm against dog fighting. Why would anybody fight dogs? I don't like that.
I don't know. Why don't you ask one of your fucking quarterbacks?
Oh, Michael Vick. Jeez, talk about him. He went to jail for 2 years, lost millions of dollars. And
hashtag never forget.
Right, never forget.
Just like I didn't forget about, Kobe and.
What did Kobe do? Oh, he raped that woman. Well, you don't have to worry about
allegedly.
that.
Allegedly.
He allegedly raped that woman.
Yeah, well. The end justifies the means, I guess.
Yes. Now, see, Tammy voted for me.
Yeah, well, now she's voting for me.
Now she's voting for you.
Yeah, she needs to pick a side.
No, she doesn't.
We did end up. This is the current numbers on everything we left behind. $85 billion to fund the Afghan army, 600,000 weapons, 75,000 vehicles, and 200 aircraft. All of that paid for by inflation.
You know, the 200 aircraft, I don't mind leaving them aircraft because they, first of all, they don't know how to fix them. They don't know how to fly them. They'll just crash them.
Well, I saw some last night that I wasn't sure. I seen there's like a photo of the airplane that you seen on the runway with the one that everybody like fell off the plane.
Yes.
And there were other like photos of those. Is it like a C-130? I'm not sure what those are. I'm not an airplane guy, so I don't know what those are.
We'll just call them big planes. The big planes.
BFPs.
BFPs, yes. Big fun.
And the photo had, it looked like a blow up airplane. It looked like it was fake. Like it had like painted on windows, and the number on the side was 1109, which is 9/11. You know, they were pointing out all these things. Look, it's not even a real. There's not even an engine. There was no engine there was no like turbine in the engine. So whatever you call it, you know, blades.
Saying that they put big giant blow up.
I'm just telling you what I've seen, that these tinfoil hat idiots are out here. Just look, man, even the planes are fake. I'm like, come on. I saw the plane get off the ground and people fall off of it. That wasn't. They're like, oh yeah, and then they fell out of the plane just like people jumped from the buildings in 9/11. It's like, yeah, that's what a coincidence, huh?
I was surprised they hung on as long as they did. It's pretty amazing.
It wasn't the falling off that airplane is not what killed them.
That was the sudden stop at the bottom
when they hit the ground, and then of course that was a COVID death.
Right. It's a
unvaccinated COVID death.
Deceleration trauma. It's basically what it is.
Correct.
Hey, Almy has a quick thing here. I would like to see what you think about this. What about cockfighting? Cockfighting better than dogfighting? I say cockfighting. I mean, I don't have a problem with cockfighting as long as you eat the cocks after they get done being, they're dead.
I don't know about eating them. I mean, we used to do that in the locker room, back when I was in school.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh, you're talking about the bird.
Yes.
My bad.
Oh, yes. No, like a cockfight. You could have like chicken tamales or chicken tacos afterwards.
I failed on that one. Sorry.
I don't really have a problem. I mean, it's not nice. I wouldn't go to a cockfight in your gym or your locker room or anywhere where they had like the birds. I wouldn't do that. But they're basically just food anyhow.
I've seen TikTok videos here recently where some guy had like a decoy and was holding it up to his bird.
Mm-hmm.
And was having it attack it, that's not cool. I think that should be removed.
Are we talking about the locker room now or an actual chicken?
And that he had a decoy
dildo
chicken.
Oh,
and he was holding it down there, and the other one was attacking it.
Oh, I
held it down there and he'd attack it, and then he'd pull it back and hold it over here, and it would come at it and jump up and kick it. And I don't think that's cool, man. I don't like it. I don't care for it.
Well, roosters are assholes. Like they don't even like the people that feed them and stuff like that. I've seen videos where the woman takes, the chicken's name, I think was Clint or something. And they're like, don't you dare, Clint, don't you dare. And they let the chicken out, and this chicken chases this girl all over the yard. And thank God she's fast, because there's just no way that chicken wanted a piece of her. And she's like, you're a little asshole, just trying to feed you. But roosters, that's what they do. If there's a coyote or something that's going to come for the hens, that rooster runs right at that coyote, even though they know that coyote's going to kill them.
You want to get kicked off of all three platforms real quick?
No, but I'm entertaining the idea. What do you want to do?
Everybody knows this joke, but hey, what does a gay rooster say?
I know this one. Can I say it?
Well, sure.
Any cockle do.
There you go.
I actually know this one. Hang on a second. Every day, the Jimmy calls me.
The Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy. What time do I record every morning? Do you know? Thank you.
Oh, he hit the FU button on that.
Every day I call. I tell him I record between 9 and 10. He's constantly calling me. I don't know if he just doesn't think that. I don't know what he thinks.
I got the same issue with somebody trying to warn me about my vehicle manufacturer's warranty.
Oh yeah, every day at 9 o'clock between 9 and 10?
You don't get those calls?
No.
I love messing with them. I'm like, so I didn't know that you guys warranted bicycles. You know,
I have that I have that robocall blocker on my phone. It gets like 99% of them.
You must spend the small mint on subscription stuff.
It's $24 a year, and it's worth every penny.
You say that about like the other day. I was like, so those of us who are fed up with Apple Podcasts, what can we use? And you're like, oh, I use this one. It's only like 40, 50 a year. And everything with you is it's only, 80 bucks a year. This is only,
first of all,
$24.99 a month. Like
it was Overcast, and I think Overcast was like $25 a year. And then the other thing we talked about was Evernote, and Evernote is like basically a digital filing cabinet, and that's $50 a year. And I love that. I love those two things. I use them all the time. There's another thing that I use, which is called Text Expander. I ever talked to you about Text Expander? Text Expander is pretty cool because you can type like a little snippet in. Like instead of typing out like booberbobshow@gmail.com, you could just go BBS. And if you type BBS, it goes boop, and all of a sudden the thing's there.
That's great.
It's a little snip. I love it. It saves a lot of time, a lot of keystrokes. You know me, I'm
you are getting up there. Time is valuable.
two-finger typer. I gotta look at the keyboard. Yeah, so that's me.
Yeah, I love when you misspell a word, but it allows it, and then the next time you go to spell that word, it changes the correct spelling to your misspelling last time you typed it.
Well, that's the other thing. And then the other thing, Tom, sometimes I fat finger a text. I fat finger and miss. It happens.
My dexterity is not what it used to be. I tried playing the old SNES Mario Brothers the other day on Switch, and I was couldn't even get past. I made it like 3 levels, and I was like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I'm out. I just stick to Candy Crush, I guess.
The funny thing about chickens, I just said, that I don't care about cockfighting because they're not pets. But now more and more people are keeping chickens in their backyard and everything for the eggs. So now the next thing
about that too,
they will have, the next thing you know, chickens will be pets. I always say, what you call a chicken that doesn't lay eggs anymore?
Dinner.
8-piece. 2 wings, 2 breasts, 2 thighs, 2 drumsticks.
It's pretty common here to have a little coop in your backyard. You can go up. We have a local place here called Rural King. They sell all kind of weird things you would buy if you had like a small farm or something. Like you can go there and get like a pig trough. You can actually buy the birds there. They have them live chicks.
My oldest daughter has I think she has like 30 chickens now, and she sells she sells eggs and stuff like that. They're good. You can tell there's a big difference between regular eggs that a chicken lays that day. They last longer. They're good. I like them.
Yeah, but isn't it kind of like my wife built this garden, right? She spent, I don't know, like $1,000 building this damn garden, and to eat like 3 tomatoes out of it. Like what? You know what I mean? I mean, you could just went. I get it. The tomatoes taste better than the ones you get at the grocery store, but
Well, we have whatchamacallit farmer markets around here right now. My daughter, the oldest one with the chicken, she gave me a tomato plant. And that tomato plant has been trying to die since she gave it to me. I keep watering it. So you know how many tomatoes I got off that plant so far since she's planted it? Zero. I go to the farmer's market. I get like a big quart of tomatoes for like $3. So
about 10, 12 years ago, all those like hanging tomato things that you could get as like a TV infomercial, you can get them.
Yes.
And they hang and grow up. What happened to all those? Apparently that didn't work out.
Nah, probably not. But Jersey tomatoes are the best tomatoes.
Oh, I watched a video TikTok the other day.
They are the best.
It was a full 3 minutes long, and it was a Jersey tomato sauce. They were making huge. I think they made like 4 cases of tomato sauce jarred, and but they didn't show I guess where the jars get put in hot water to sterilize or whatever. That part kind of bothered me.
Tomatoes, you squash them up in a pot, you boil them, you put in your garlic, you put in your water.
Well, they were doing it out in their driveway too. That was kind of weird. Like they had a bunch of canopies and a crew of about 10, and they were just big old giant pots and gas. I don't know. It was like mom and pop operation, but a little weird. Like I can just go up to the grocery store and buy that shit. Why do I need to?
Yeah,
order it off the
I
internet?
mean, it's not Jersey. You know what? I don't even know if Jersey tomatoes would be good for sauce. I don't think they would be. They're more of a salad tomato sandwich. Tomatoes on sandwich. They're
The guy in the video, the guy operating the camera, every cut scene he would go to would be, "How you doing? Hey, we put the tomatoes in the pot. How you doing? Hey, we put the salt in there. How you doing?" And it's like, oh, stop it with the how you doing. Even in the comments, when you look at the comments, everybody's like, "Can you knock it off with the how you doing stuff? I'm doing great. Now don't ask me ever again.
How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
Salt in. How you doing with the salt?
Now we're gonna mix up the boiling here. We got the stuff boiling. How you doing?" It's like, shut up, douche. You know how I'm doing? I'm polishing my baseball bat in case I ever bump into you.
Oh, how you doing? Hey, before we get off the Afghan thing, I think we're basically lying because apparently in the White House we're lying because there's nobody stranded in Afghanistan.
Oh, you want that video?
I got it right here. Hang on.
Oh, well, you go, girl.
You go, girl. Oops.
Their materials and equipment.
But does the president have a sense that most of the criticism is not of leaving Afghanistan, it's the way that he has ordered it to happen by pulling the troops before getting these Americans who are now stranded? Does he have a sense of that?
First of all, I think it's irresponsible to say Americans are stranded. They are not. We are committed to bringing Americans.
I'm just doing the snaps. Like
is
she's
she
like,
on this planet? Is she watching the news? I mean, how could she sit there? If she was Pinocchio, her nose would be 4 foot long right now.
there are two truths in this world: the real one and everything that comes out of the White House.
Who want to come home. We are in touch with them via phone, via text, via email, via any way that we can possibly reach Americans to get them home if they want to return home.
There are no Americans stranded is the White House's official position on what's happening in Afghanistan right
I'm just calling you out for stating that we are stranding Americans in Afghanistan when we have been very clear that we are not Americans who want to return home. We are going to bring them home. And I think that's important for the American public.
Should have done that before.
Okay, and then follow.
God, it's called wipe your ass, then shit. That's exactly what they did.
Mm. Well, the government. Everybody says the government is very corrupt, and that's not true, Bob.
No, well, no, they've investigated themselves and they found that they've done nothing wrong.
Right. Let me see if I get that up real quick. Bob, I need some music.
Oh, sorry.
We appreciate you waiting. One of our team members will be with you soon.
That one's for Dave because that one sounds Australian.
That sounds Australian. Here we go.
The FDA announced it is fully concluded. It's a thorough, independent scientific review. After a strict process, the FDA has reaffirmed its findings that the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine is safe and effective, and the FDA has given its full and final approval. So let me say this loudly and clearly. If you're one of the millions of Americans who said that they will not get the shot until it has full and final approval of the FDA, it has now happened. The moment you've been waiting for is here. It's time for you to go get your vaccination and get it today. Today.
There's your buddy.
So I would like to see video from all these vaccination like centers where they're doing it in like parking lots and stuff. I want to see the lines.
Yeah, no one's going to get this. Do you think he changed any? The FDA? Oh, it's approved. Oh, well, now it's approved. All right, I'm on my way. It's not going to do anything.
Oh, you signed a piece of paper. Oh, okay. They bullshit some data to make it look like, yeah, here's, because they have to submit all these different, all this data that the manufacturer has to submit to the FDA in order, they have to have all this crap on file. It's got to exist or it can't move on to the next phase.
What about Moderna? What about how come? And what about the Johnson and Johnson? What about those two?
Well, they're still looking. I mean, they haven't paid the government. They haven't paid off politicians enough. And I'm sorry, they haven't provided the data that yet. They're still, researching that and how much money these politicians are gonna require in unmarked bills. I mean, damn it! Sorry, I have Tourette syndrome. It keeps coming out wrong.
I don't think it is. Pfizer has dumped so much money into advertising and all this other crap. Jason's asking me, which one did I get?
Oh, we're both doing it. I was trying to let you go.
I turn it on, you turn it off. I got the Pfizer.
Ooh, the BMW of vaccines.
Apparently, the second shot put me in the hospital. And now they're saying I need a third shot. Well, let's see. April, May, June, July.
I'll give you a shot.
November. In November, I should get the third jab. People are running right now to get the third. They're running to get the third vaccine.
Well, the rumor mill. I don't know the accuracy of this, but there's that all these vaccines that they've already got out, all these vials are due to expire at the end of the month, which is basically next week. So there's a push to use it up. They don't want to throw it away.
Yeah, but don't you worry about that, Bob. Pfizer's churning these bitches out. Just keep churning them out.
Well, there's supposed to be, I guess, trying to develop one that's for the Delta variant. It's like, if you do any research, you can learn that when a new virus comes out, the first plan of attack is not vaccine, because all that does is create new variants. The first plan of attack is therapeutics.
Right. They're not going to do that.
Which we have not gotten, short of Regeneron. And Regeneron has been approved here for unvaccinated people, but you have to have certain comorbidities in order to, I guess, qualify getting it. That's the monoclonal antibodies.
Let us take ivermectin. Let us take it.
Well, the FDA. Did you not see their Twitter page?
No.
Yesterday.
No.
They said something like, "Hey, y'all," and honestly, y'all was in there. Quit taking your horse and cow dewormer.
Right. Well, that is like, you can go to, I don't know, Tractor Supply or something.
Rural King, like I just said, which is like a larger.
And you get this. You can get I used to do it with my beagles when I used to have beagles for rabbit hunting.
Yep.
Every month for heartworms, you would give them 1 cc. It was usually 1 cc per 25 pounds.
Okay.
Now, for me, if it was towards my weight, 1 cc per 25 pounds, I would have to drink a half gallon of it.
Guzzle it.
Yeah. That you gave them that for heartworms, and the dogs never got heartworms. So for me is, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this. Didn't Trump have this thing where, like, if you were sick and they had an experimental drug coming up, that you could sign off on it and get it instead of having to go over to Mexico or Guatemala or someplace else where they would give it to you? It's just amazing that I forget what this. They're not saying that ivermectin cures COVID. That's not what they're saying. They're saying that it helps with the symptoms. It helps with the pneumonia. It helps with the chest. It helps with all that stuff.
Yes, it does, but not. I'm sure that the heart dewormer medication has other things in it that's probably not meant for human consumption.
Here's the thing. If you were going to Africa, right? If you got on a plane today and you were going to go over to Africa, you know what they would give you? They'd give you ivermectin in case to keep you from getting the virus.
Right, but would you get the veterinary?
No, you would.
Right, you'd get a different one that was designed for human consumption.
Yeah, instead of having it in a form where you get 1 cc per 25 pounds, and here's the difference between the cattle one and the cattle one. It's cattle and horse
and horses
versus pig. All it is the strength of it. So
Okay.
you could use the cattle one, but you have to use just like a little tiny bit.
Tiny bit of it, yeah.
The one for the pigs was like cut 25%. So that would make it 1 cc per 25 pounds. But you could get the other one. And ivermectin is ivermectin. There's no such thing as horse ivermectin, pig ivermectin, and people ivermectin. Ivermectin's ivermectin. That's like having horse water, pig water.
I didn't know if they put anything in the animal, pill that was not meant for human consumption.
Well, it's not even the animals. It's either in a little dropper or they got paste. You stick this thing, like a caulk gun. You stick it in a horse's mouth and you give it a squeeze, and you give it one squeeze, and then the horse goes around and goes, stick his tongue out and does that for about a half an hour.
It's like a Ludacris doing a Jif commercial.
Yes, like Ludacris. It's like take a swab of peanut butter, put it on the roof of his mouth, and then they sit around for like a half an hour with their tongue trying to get it off. And it's basically the same thing. I just don't understand why they won't just let people use it. Once you start feeling symptoms, and once they test you positive, they give you the pill and see how it works out.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is one of the first times in my lifetime, not that I've studied every single time we've had any kind of a virus come out, but because we've had swine flu, bird flu, all that other crap.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't sit here and pay a lot of attention to it because I'm one of those, if it's going to get me, it's going to get me kind of guys. And but I don't recall us immediately jumping to vaccine mode. I think we looked for more of existing therapeutics, some treatment, as opposed to inoculation right off the bat, because it does what that does is it creates new variants, is all it does.
Well, and basically what happened, a virus is just like anything else. All it tries to do is keep procreating and keep its speed
and it will adapt and mutate sometimes.
Right. So it's going to, but what happens is if it starts killing the host and it dies, what it does is it says, okay, well, we can't do this. We want to be able to stay. So we're going to just, we'll mutate where we're not killing the host. We'll just make them real sick for a while. And then we'll make it where we get to another host and another host and another host. So basically what they're doing, and again, with the Delta variants, I mean, I just keep looking at the New Jersey numbers, and cases are up. We're like getting 1,200 cases a day. But the deaths are like 6, 5, 9. One day over the weekend, it was 12. This isn't something where, back when last summer, there was 300 and something deaths a day in just New Jersey, in just a little skin tag state of New Jersey.
You just keep talking. I might have something with the numbers here. Oh, okay. I do.
Yeah, look at you, Bob.
See if I can bring this up.
Yeah, see, I got to get that music off. When you're doing this, I play the music.
We appreciate you waiting. One of our team members will be with you soon.
I'm going to go slow because I'm enjoying this sweet, tasty jam.
I was going to say, I'm digging the music.
All right, there we go. Can you read that?
It's a little tight. See if you can go. Well, I can see the bottom part.
Trying to blow up here.
Oh. Blow it up, Bob. All right, scroll down.
I'm trying. I'm freaking trying.
You take your time, Bob. It's all right. We got plenty of time. We got another 29 minutes.
Oops. Like I can't get it to scroll over. There we go. So this is public health in England. Sorry. Protecting and improving the nation's health. This is a SARS-CoV-2 variants of concern and variants under investigation in England. Technical briefing, 20 August 2021. This briefing provides an update on previous briefings up to 6 August 2021. So here we are. So this right here is post day 2 cases, 73,372. Unvaccinated cases, 183. Now that's a lot. That's 110,000 more cases.
Right.
But look at deaths, 679 versus 390.
It's still, listen.
So hold on. So vaccinated, this is their numbers from England. Deaths per 100,000 of vaccinated is 925. Deaths per 100,000 unvaccinated is only 213. So it's,
now listen,
less.
We're no rocket scientists, but I think we can take a look at this data and kind of figure out what's going on here. Who got the vaccine? Who was the the people that were most likely to die from COVID got the vaccine. All right. So they got both these, and then they got COVID. So they were in a higher risk anyhow of dying from the disease. So that number's higher. Who didn't get the vaccine? People that are young, people that are healthy, they got a good immune system. And yes, they got COVID, but about 50% less deaths.
I would like more information on those who have natural immunity, but they're not even bothering with that. I've seen one news story where a couple, a married couple, claimed to have gotten it twice. And now they're like, oh, you need to get the vaccine. Blah, blah, blah. We wish we'd have got it. And, I've seen one story.
Everybody that's unvaccinated, that's in the hospital, on a vent or whatever, is just about ready to die from COVID. Yes, they think they should have got the vaccine, and they probably were right. Tammy says, now if you want to purchase ivermectin, you have to prove it's not for human consumption. Why? You know why? Because if they let everybody take ivermectin, and all of a sudden COVID deaths drop off and it's just like the common cold and it's no big deal, they will fucking go to Washington, drag every one of those pieces of shit out onto the lawn and hang them from the fucking cherry tree out there.
I don't think we'll have another J6 event, but
which we should.
We're going to have a $1,000 version of that called Pfizer-mectin. I'm sure that's coming.
Pfizer-mectin.
I'm sure it's coming.
What was the one that they weren't? Oh, AstraZeneca. They didn't get a chance. They didn't get a piece of the pie. So we're going to get Zeneca-mectin is what we're going to get.
Zenemectin.
You get COVID, you get tested, you take
I need to put my
Zenemectins, and guess what? Within a week, you're fine.
I need to put my version of funky cold Moderna on my board so I can drop that real quick. I stick it.
Right. Well, I still have where is it? Here it is.
COVID-19. What? COVID-19.
There. Well, now this was brought to my attention by my wife, and it was brought to her attention through her son, who lives in
doesn't matter,
the Central Florida area.
Jesus Christ. Who brought it to his attention?
It kind of matters because I didn't hear this on the news. I had to look it up.
Okay.
Because it came through the chain.
All right, but listen up. No more of your long stories, all right? Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm going to give you a spoon so you can eat me.
These nuts.
I thought this was very interesting because you know what? I thought to myself, you know what? Where does the compressed oxygen that they use in hospitals and all over, where does that come from? And I guess they take water and they separate it to get the oxygen. And
Something like that. Yeah. Winter Park joins Orlando in asking residents to conserve water due to COVID related shortages. Now, that is the treatment, the water treatment center has to use a certain product, I guess, liquid oxygen, and they need to kind of reserve that for the hospitals because they're using the same thing to treat people.
Oh, wait a minute. So maybe I'm mistaken. So what you're saying is that they use liquid oxygen to purify the water? Is that what you're saying? And they can't use it because they need it for the other stuff? So, oh, that's a different story. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're they're asking customers to conserve water for 2 to 3 weeks. I've seen one that said for several weeks. In an effort to cut back on water usage, the city's asking residents to avoid washing cars, delay the use of pressure washers. So no playing pressure washer simulator, you guys.
Well, no, you can play pressure washer simulator. You just can't go out and use a real pressure washer to clean something.
Oh, okay. Well, damn.
I
read this wrong. Then this is a non-story. I thought this would affect gamers too.
No.
The urgency is due to the shortage of liquid oxygen being experienced by the surge of COVID-19 treatments. Liquid oxygen is an essential component of the ozone gas used by the department to purify the water.
So they use liquid oxygen to purify. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Bob, very good fun fact today.
So yeah, I don't know why they don't just make more.
Make more oxygen?
And it kind of, I mean, it's not free, but I'm pretty sure oxygen is fairly plentiful.
You know, can I put my tinfoil hat on for just a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I was thinking the other day as I was sitting here and I said, Self, you know, all these fires that we've been having, all these forest fires in Canada and California, where all the trees are and everything, burning up everything.
Climate change events. Yes, go ahead.
Well, you say it's climate change events, but what if they're taking and burning all the trees? Where do we get oxygen? How do we get oxygen? What makes oxygen?
How dare you?
Trees. Trees make oxygen, right? So if they burn all the trees down, then it takes a while. Then what happens is we don't have enough oxygen. Next thing you know, the atmosphere gets thinner, it gets hotter. So are they basically bringing on climate change by themselves by burning the trees down?
How dare you?
Thank you, Greta. Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of trees that aren't burning down.
I mean, in Canada, in Western Canada, and in Northern California, they've been burning and down in South. I mean, the whole western part of North America is on fire, and that's where a huge amount of our trees now here in my area, Pennsylvania, and even South Jersey has a huge amount of trees. So we still do have a lot of oxygen making capability in this area. But I'm just saying, if you take and burn down a shit ton of trees, where are we going to get our oxygen from? How are we going to get rid of the carbon monoxide, dioxide, whatever they use to take and make oxygen? I can never remember which one it is. Just saying. All right, I'll take my tinfoil hat off now.
Photosynthesis.
Yeah, that thing. Exactly. The photosynthesis part.
Second grade.
Been a long time since second grade, Bob. I think second grade was like in 1966, before you were born.
Yeah, you could probably read Dr. Jill Biden's children's book about her husband and go, hey, I used to do that stuff.
I used to make oxygen.
I used to talk through tin cans with string on them.
Mm-hmm. How long before we get rid of him? How long before we get rid of Biden?
Whoa. Say replace. Watch your language.
Either or. How we should set an over and under date. You want to do that? Let's write it down.
End of the year.
So you're saying by the end of 2021. So you're saying within the next 3 months.
They're going to set some things up for him to be the fall guy make it look like, oh, yeah, look what he did, this dummy. Oh, okay, we can't have that. We got to get rid of him.
All right. Now, will Kamala be our president? Yikes. I mean, you think Joe Biden's...
I just hope what they do, kind of like my grandfather, when he got up there, He was out. He was in the neighbor's yard in their front yard taking a leak on their tree. He didn't know he had Alzheimer's and whatnot. So,
well, we're not saying the president has all.
No, but I'm saying I just hope it goes that way because that's kind of funny.
Well, yeah, I would imagine him chasing around trying to get his pants on in the morning.
Being out in the rose garden. What are you doing? What do you mean? What am I doing? I'm taking a leak.
I'm taking a leak out in the rose garden.
I got to drain the old lizard.
He gets up from the Oval Office, opens the side door, walks out,
just
pees off the balcony.
Exactly. Why not?
Kamala, stay for the shake, will you please?
Any more than twice, you're playing with it.
Poor guy. It's a shame. It's a shame well, listen, he was a dope. He tried to run for president 3 times. He got caught lying. He got caught.
Yeah, then it was back in '88. He was saying that he graduated at the top of his class and whatnot. Like top of, yeah. If you turn the list upside down, he'd be at the top. You know, like
he was the top of the bottom. Is basically what he was.
He was the best of the worst.
He was the best of the worst, and that's what we have running the country now. The best of the worst.
He was the smartest dumbass. Like I said, back in the Bullhorn days, man, I was like, this guy needs to be on a front porch in a rocking chair, overlooking the ocean, throwing, breadcrumbs to the birds, man.
Yes.
Let him enjoy his old age. Stop. Let him, wire or deal with his son and those issues. Take care of his family.
Have him sniff his grandchildren. Let the dog bite the neighbor.
Everybody's like, he's been in service to this country for 50 years. Time for him to go. Time for him to retire, man.
I got into a fight with the Discord nitwitch yesterday because
why?
I can't help myself because I just said everybody that voted for Biden should apologize. They should apologize to the rest of the country. Sorry.
What about the ones who voted for him 18,000 times?
Well, he was a senator then, so it was no big deal.
Ballots through.
Listen, I'm not going to say. I don't know. I say if they stole the election, they got away with it. So, it's you only stole it if you don't get caught. And so far, they haven't got caught. That's why they need this COVID.
They made it like 2 weeks ago. They made it illegal for you to even look it up, look into it. So
right now, the governor of this state of New Jersey, Governor Murphy.
Yeah.
Everybody here hates him. They hate him. All right. And he is keeping this COVID thing because he wants mail-in ballots again.
Right.
So they can control this election.
Hey, that's not what happens.
That's what bullshit. This is the first time we've ever had mail-in. The last election was the first time, and it was because of COVID, and we don't need this shit anymore. And it's not like it's not like if you wanted a mail-in ballot, you can't get it. You can. If you're handicapped or you're going to be out of the country or something like that, you can get. It's called an absentee ballot. You send in for it. You got to prove that it's you. They mail you a ballot. You mail it back. But they just willy-nilly just send out all these ballots to anybody that's registered. Out of the state, in the state, dead. Who cares?
This right here.
Yes, this right here. Yes, this right here. This boring bullshit. That's what's going to happen because that's the only way this prick can get back into office again is if he does something to screw with the election. Speaking of TikTok videos, the recall of Governor Newsom. Lady says, look at the ballot. First thing you say is if you check, you want no, that you don't want him recalled, or yes, you want him recalled. If you fold it up and put it in the envelope, there's a hole, and the hole shows you voted yes, it shows that you voted yes. You just toss the thing in the trash. So he says, make sure when you fold it up and you drop it in there that your yes doesn't line up with that hole.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it's like there were, mail-in ballots that the back of it would have a barcode number, and then it would have an R on it.
Yeah, to tell you that you're Republican.
That it's Republican, so they would know which one's the
Republican.
File 13, buddy.
Yeah, it goes right into the cylinder file.
Yep. Kindling.
They're taking our rights. First they took our jobs.
They're taking our votes.
Then they're coming for our votes. Hey, this is the boomer bunker. This is what we do. This is what we do.
Yeah, we learn new words from the young kids.
Right? The drip, the drip. That'll be in a sound bite. Get on that, Dave. The drip, the drip. Come on, Bob, you do it again so he can.
He hasn't made a comment all show. I'm not sure what's going on.
You know what it is? I've bested him because he would be in here making stupid comments, and when I told him that he was obsessed with me and he was basically a borderline stalker, and maybe I should get a protection order, then he stopped.
What is this Canadian pastor? You want to talk about that one?
So back when COVID started, this Canadian pastor, he went viral because the police came and he called them Nazis. Get out of here, you Nazis!
I remember that guy. He was great.
Right.
Gestapo.
Yes. Well.
Gestapo. Yeah. Say I will not have Gestapo in my church. Yeah.
Let's see if this is the one. Okay. So music.
The article.
You share the article. I have video.
Okay.
So
I didn't know that there was video.
Oh.
Canadian pastor who faces 4-year jail sentence for inciting church warns Americans the enemy is not hiding anymore. Well, they've never really been in hiding. They've just been making everybody who sees them blind on the internet.
Right. So they arrested him. Could serve 4 years in jail for breaking this order. So here he leaves the church, and in Canada, here's the video. Let's see.
Service in the middle of the road. They waited with AHS.
Look how many cop cars are behind.
Here they are
for two pastors.
So we'll see what is about to happen. Freedom in Canada, democracy in Canada, full force. Unbelievable.
Well, I mean, this guy may yell at them. You gotta have backup.
So, as per the injunction that was served on Arthur here and David back here, I am to place both of them under arrest for breaching the Queen's Bench order.
The Queen's Bench order?
Yes, sir. Would you please step out of the car?
What's your name, officer?
Andrews, 5244.
Okay.
5244. That's his number.
We got a gangster here.
I thought they rode on Moose.
Gestapo.
What's his officer? What's your name and number?
Sorry.
What's your name and number, please?
5283.
See, now this guy he's smart. He put his camera over his badge number.
I've seen that.
Notice that?
Yes.
I have to advise both you and Mr. Pulaski over there that you guys are both under arrest. Please, if you would, step out of the vehicle and slide.
So it's raining, and so now they're getting out.
Open the door, man.
Open the door.
Whoa, stop.
Oh, we lost the camera.
Yeah, well, it's in his crotch.
Oh, he's getting out too. He's got to get out too. They're arresting the driver.
That's all I think. That's the main guy.
Look.
Oh, no, that is okay.
Look, they're putting it. They got him on his knees, and they're arresting him in front of everybody. This is a perp walk.
It is.
You hear what he's yelling? He's yelling Gestapo psychopaths.
Psychopaths. That's his catchphrase from his other videos.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I appreciate that, honey.
Stop it. We hit it at the same time. You turn it on, I turn it off.
It was up there when you...
Oh, it was? I'm sorry. Then that's my fault.
No.
John, stop that.
You run your video. I'll run.
Yeah. So anyhow, now the same guy, that same guy goes to Portland, Oregon to have a prayer rally. And again, if you're going to Portland, Oregon to have a prayer rally, you are basically inviting Antifa to come.
And Proud Boys.
Well, no, just Antifa. So Antifa came and sprayed them with bear spray and threw stuff at them. And they said, and the guy says, and the police just sat in their cars and watched. So I understand that you wanted to have a prayer rally, but basically all you wanted to do was go out there, have a rally so Antifa could attack you. And then you're pissed off that the police didn't come and stop them.
Well, they started messing with this guy around Easter, Passover, or something like that, you know?
Oh yeah.
And I think it was on the day. And he was like, how dare you? You know, you're not messing with us.
Get out, you Nazis! Get out! He just kept screaming at him, and they ran to the left.
Old catchphrases, the Gestapo, you know, all that, and they left. They come back about, I don't know, 2-3 weeks later, and he did the same thing. They've been messing with this guy pretty bad, and I get his point, and I respect and applaud his, his balls to tell them, you know what, get out of my feet. These people, you know, if we can go to the grocery store, we can, you know, if Amazon workers can go make Jeff, Bezos even more rich, then people should be allowed to come here and worship. It's only fair.
They did it in the United States too.
I know.
I'll tell you what, most of the United States didn't want to go to church anyhow. So they're like, hey, look, we want to go, but we can't go. And we'll watch it on TV. Look, honey, there's Pastor Bob. You eat your Cheerios on the couch in your underwear, scratching your nutsack.
Yeah. Yeah, they were doing more of the virtual mass or virtual, services, whatever, which, hey, however you get it,
I got to be honest with you. I saw more church services when they put it on YouTube, or not YouTube, Facebook, because I wasn't going anyhow. So I was getting more religion virtually than I was when you had to go, because you got to get up, you got to get dressed, you got to.
Well, it doesn't make sense, the argument that, you're not allowed to gather at a church to, worship and pray, but the dispensaries are open, all the liquor stores are open. Where are we? Where's our morals? Where's our convictions?
Well, we're turning into a godless country, Bob. That's the problem.
Well, people need their alcohol in order to cope. There's been extreme upticks in alcoholism and drug addiction just during these COVID lockdowns.
I'm going to say the most boomerist thing that you can say, and then I want to hear a dad joke. Bob, you know what's wrong? We were one nation under God, and now we've not under God anymore, and God is going to punish this nation, and it's going to be the downfall of the United States due to the commie socialist bastards, the woke. That's the problem, Bob. All right.
Hey, you know what, guys? This right here.
Stop it.
Well, since it's Tuesday, I'm going to give you 2 for Tuesday.
Ooh, 2 dad jokes for Tuesday.
The shovel was a groundbreaking invention. How do you weigh a millennial?
I don't know.
In Instagrams.
Wow. Now that one I like. The second one I like. Wasn't laughable, but I like it. You know what that second joke did? It made you think, Bob. It made you think.
This is the sound of 2 middle-aged men actively dying.
Are we fucking done? Fuck.
Yeah.
Wasn't a very good, was it?
I think we're done.
There's them drops. Thank you, Anthony.
All right, man. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Make me rage quit again? No.